Hi, welcome to GhostPrime Reviews. Thanks for stopping by. I want to take a look at Bumper or Bumblejumper from the Generation 1 line. I just got this guy in my collection and I love him. I've been wanting him for so long. So Bumper or Bumblejumper has been shrouded in mystery about why he's even available in Generation 1 in the US. He was put onto 1984 Cliffjumper and possibly Bumblebee cards. I think there's only one example of a Cliffjumper card. I don't know if there has been any Bumblebee ones. I haven't seen one or seen mention of one, but I know that there's a rumor that it could possibly be Bumblebee. My vote would be Cliffjumper. Now, again, the speculation, I don't know, but my vote would be Cliffjumper because he looks like a yellow Cliffjumper. And that brings me to another point. People often mistake the yellow Cliffjumper or Hubcap for Bumblejumper, but it's not. Bumblejumper has a unique face sculpt. He turns into, I believe this is a Mazda 1500X, and instead of a Porsche or a Beetle, of course. And yeah, let's take a closer look at him. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. And here's a close-up look at his car mode. He has Dunlop tires. Look at those headlights. Now that's one piece right there. Black piece goes all the way from the bottom around the front. He has a black windows. He has nice detailed things. I don't know if you can see, there's even a little door handle on there. It's really, really detailed. Painted back bumper. And he also has the back sticker here, which is why people think maybe it was confused for a yellow Cliffjumper, because that is actually Cliffjumper's sticker. Now this one is kind of faded. Over time that happens. But I actually think that they were originally slated and canceled, and they made a certain amount of them, so they just decided just to use them. I don't think it was a mistake. This is my own speculation. But I do think that that's what happened, and they're just like, you know what? Ship it. Doesn't matter. Let's sell them. Let's get them out of here. I think that's what happened with this. And then when they ran out, and it was yellow Cliffjumper, and they just sold them right alongside it. And speaking of yellow Cliffjumper, here he is next to a vintage yellow Cliffjumper. As you can see, they are actually entirely different car modes. There's a lot of similarities, but they're very different. It's easy to see how people would be confused by this one. Now, of course, Cliffjumper has a spoiler, and Hubcap does not have a spoiler, but they're both Porsches. And that's the same thing with the yellow Cliffjumper and Hubcap here. And Bumblejumper, again, lots of confusion I see all the time, and it's understandable. But this is more squared and this is more rounded. It's one of the ways you could tell. Also, the front end is very different between the Cliffjumpers and the Hubcaps. Oh, and again, real fast, that sticker's in much better condition, but maybe I could kind of get in there and show you that it is the same sticker, even though that one's really badly worn on the Bumblejumper. So of course he's a minibot and he's very, very easy to transform. You just kind of take him and move the arms out. Extend the legs. Move the feet up. Stand him up there. And if you have him on camera, you move the camera up. And reveal the head. And there he is in robot mode. So he's pretty simple to transform. Again, my arms here are very, very loose, which is incredibly common on all these. I haven't really seen one with arms that are not loose like that. I'm not sure if I can just push that peg back in. Honestly, I'm not going to try it. These things are relatively expensive, but the head is nice, tight. So let's get a close look on that head sculpt. He has a great head sculpt. He is one of my favorite head sculpts of the line, of the entire minibot line. I think it's a really, really nice looking head sculpt. I love the triple head crest there. Just looks really, really good. Autobot logo. Now these would not have rub signs. These came out in '84, so they didn't have rub signs. There's also KOs on the market, and you really need to be sure that you're getting a vintage one. I'm not sure the comparisons. I haven't seen any, but you really, really need to make sure that you are getting a real one. So if you see one of these on a card and it's a good price, I would question it. And here he is next to yellow Cliffjumper. Kind of get an idea just what you're looking at and all the differences. Again, The head sculpt on Cliffjumper, if he could keep his head up. It's very different. Cliffjumper also has an excellent head sculpt. So see how they are very, very different. But, you know, they are very close to the same sort of figure. Don't confuse them. And just for a look, here he is next to Hubcap again. Hubcap came out later, though. It came out in 85, so he has a rub sign and has a very, very different face. Kind of, he has that orange face, the different sculpt, very kind of round. Also excellent face sculpt. Really, really nice. And here are the three yellow sedan type cars together. Of course, Bumblebee's a bug, so he's much more recognizable as a bug than this. So this is the one you're looking for if you're looking for a Bumblejumper. So in summary, I actually think he's a must for a vintage minibot collection in the US. If you're collecting all the different colors, then I think he's a must for that. Now, if you're just collecting out of nostalgia and want Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, that's cool too. But no US collection of minibots would be complete without him. Now, of course, if you're going down the rabbit hole of the Brazilian and Argentinian ones, there's a bunch of different colors, specifically a blue one that is incredibly hard to find and very expensive. But I'm super glad to finally have this guy in my collection. So if you could find him at a good price, definitely I say pick him up. Anyway, thank you guys for stopping by, listening to me talk, and hope to see you again soon.